Are you looking for a base bulky enough to scare away grubs, yet still relatively simple to build? The PRISM has it all. An efficient and compact armoured core, accessible via stability bunker for that extra raid cost, fit with space for up to 12 boxes and a semi-hidden TC, surrounding which is a shell design consisting of 360-degree visibility internal peaks, perfect for online raids. If we look outside into the compound, you've got roof peaks and a furnace wall to keep out grubs, as well as 3 turrets to help defend. Upstairs, there is space for 10 more storage boxes with extra room. Further up, there are 2 bedrooms with storage which lead into a ring corridor protected by peaks from above. The main shooting floor consists of intricate wide gaps with unique door peaks which give a nasty view of the compound doors. Surrounded by turrets, the centre of the shooting floor has space for workbenches or storage boxes and allows for an open and spacious design. Beneath, there is a room with ankle biter peaks to prevent drop-downs and more space for storage. The roof has 3 bedrooms and wind turbines, providing plenty of respawns and sufficient energy. Now let's get on with the base tour. So to start off with, we've got these external TCs. These are obviously just the basic, most simple ones you can kind of get. To be fair with a lot of the bases that I'm going to build, the gatehouses and TCs, they're just going to be basic versions unless there's anything like actually special about them. But for this one, it's just kind of basic, so it's up for however you like to do it. These are detachable, however, so they do break stability, just in case you get raided and you need to worry about overlapping TCs. So inside the compound, again, we've just got the simple kind of gatehouses, nothing too fancy. Spikes on top, compound wall. We got these kind of internal ones for like bedrooms, whatever you kind of like to want to put in here. There's a furnace wall, so it's inaccessible. You can't jump over it, it's at max height, you can't get through the gap. And then we get turrets that have no blind spots, as you can see. We can see the other one from here. And then you would be able to see the other one from here, but it doesn't really matter, considering the second you got out of view of this one, there's another one here. Same thing on this side. So you get full turret coverage. So heading on into the front door, it's just a classic kind of airlock here. We've got a window, as you see outside. Going through here, we've got these doors. So this is kind of the entrance to the shell part of it. So as you can see, you've got a 360-degree view from inside the base. So from here, you get shot from anywhere. These look all the way inside. You can't hide from them, essentially. If you go all the way across, again, same thing. Same kind of pods, I guess. And here is where the main core entrance starts. The reason that I've done a door here instead of just a bunker straight away, I thought about it and I was like, well, the chances of them knowing where the bunker is and blowing through it, compared to the chances of them seeing the door and then thinking like, oh, there's a door there, that means that must be where the entrance is. The door itself adds like 5 rockets onto the cost, as opposed to the 15 rockets it takes just to get in the bunker in the first place. So I went for this one with a door. So you open the door, you go in. It's just a simple stability bunker. There's nothing special. You break that, it breaks the floor. You've seen it before. So in here we've got space for 4 boxes here, 2 boxes here, or furnaces, or workbench, or locker, whatever you want. I guess again it's up for whatever you want to do. We got a workbench here. The reason I use the tier 3 is because it's a good amount of rockets to get through, which adds just even more cost to get into this TC. It's not a bunker technically, but from this standpoint, it's like 5 extra rockets or something to get in. It's pretty much going to help you regardless, so stick that there you go. Underneath there's even storage, because it's a bunker. No point really in having a taller ceiling, so we got box storage under here. Again, you don't have to have it, this is whatever you really want. Heading outside, upstairs, we've got these peaks into the internal compound. So again, it's just the same one that I showed you from earlier. You just look through here, it shows you into the shell of the base. Out here, compound peaks, even smaller ones here. Pretty good, pretty nifty if you're trying to protect your doors, etc. during an online raid. But the next room over, we have just storage pretty much. So in here we've got 6 boxes of storage, and then 4 in here. We've got space for workbenches, bags, beds, lockers, whatever you like, turrets. Again, customizable fully. It's not as if you have to build exactly what I've got here. If we continue up, we've got the entrance to these bedrooms down here. There should be a garage door here, I don't know why there isn't. Just pretend. Garage door, so we got barrel storage, we got 2 lockers, we got beds, and we got a turret just because why not. Above here we've got the batteries, so this is again I've just chucked these in here because I feel like it might be a useful one. You can also put large batteries in here for, let's say, that could be your battery room. Storage up here, but yeah, we got batteries. It's fully open just to run through, so if you open up all the garage doors, if you come in here you can see you can shoot down here. So we've got coverage of this area as with anywhere else. So yeah, we've just got these pods down here to search inside the base. If you want to go up, you open up these ladder hatches. We've got the entrance to this room. We've got box storage. We've got the peaks up here for looking down below. You know, so going up again, it's pretty open. You can go through wherever you like. To be honest, it's again open around here. We've got these interesting peaks here, which are basically just unique ones, I guess. Just anything that can give you a different angle. As much coverage as you can get, the better. So we've got these angles here. We've got the wide gaps. They're just wide enough to be comfortable to look through, but you can't fall through them. So yeah, these are pretty good. It's pretty good. Down here we've got the classic ramp peaks, so you just look out kind of high up enough to see outside. We've got these ones again, you don't have to have these here, you could also just have it like that. Give you a wider angle. Same with the sides. Up here there's space for either storage or I've got planters here. I think on the other ones I've got some storage. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we got the planters, and then inside we've got space for workbenches, we've got mixing tables, storage, whatever you like, bedrooms. If you come up here, we've got the roof, so we've got our 3 windmills, we've got space for rooms up here, so you can have a bed and a locker, example. There's turrets, which cover both the lower section and the upper section, so anyone landing on your roof. As you can see, you can fit multiple minicopters or attack helicopters up here. I don't think it's quite big enough for a scrappy, but yeah, so you can fit multiple minis, vehicles, anything like that. Even in the compound you can stick a little garage or anything. But that's essentially the full base. I've really not got much else to show you other than that, so I think we should just start the tutorial. Okay, excuse my voice. We're going to start off with the build now. So what you're going to start off with is you have a center like this, and you're going to create a triangle. So these will be the corners of the core, and this will be where all the main stuff goes down. So in here is where the TC goes, and we can just leave that open for now. Reason being, we're going to put foundations around it. This will be a lowered bunker. So what we're going to have is all these foundations that go around. Now we're going to want this centre to be made of high claw. It is a bunker after all, and it also is where the tool cupboard will be kept, so why not have it like that? Okay. So we have a half wall and then a window. This adds a little window that you can see your TC from, but only from the inside, as you can see. So we stick a floor there, we've walled this in, and you can just about see your TC. What we're then going to do is just come at the side. We're just going to add a little shelf in there. This leaves you enough space for storage, so you can stick a barrel in there, or if you don't have a barrel you can put whatever you want really. We're just going to seal that in, because the next up, this is where the bunker is actually going to be. So this will be a twig foundation, and then it will be blocked off like so. This will be the front door entrance, and then you can also just slap a wall here. So this is the bunker, so from this side you can break the twig and then this will open up. Okay, moving on to here, what we're going to do is just stick a half hole here, fill this in, and this will be our loot rooms, so we can just wall all of this off for now. And then this area is where we're going to have shelvings. which we're going to put our boxes in there. And we can fit a window in front as well. This one I like to put a garage door frame just because you can put other things other than boxes. For example, not everyone has the legacy pack, so you don't have barrels. You can stick furnaces, workbenches, lockers, whatever. And here we're going to put boxes. So you can fit 4 in here. And then from here, you can just wall in bunker. And then under here, we can have triangle frames. And we'll put in here our ladder hatches. These just mean that boxes that you put underneath can be accessible. And now we can just continue to roof off this whole area. And that is your main core done. Now remember, high qualifying all of this, making it HQM is probably your best option. Obviously not straight all the way early into the game, but having a high qual 15 rockets as opposed to 8, so wall that off. So there we are. So we can slap a door on there, door frame here, then we can wall this area off. Add a jump up here, and then once you come up, add a door from here, the door, and then we can also wall off this whole area. Now this is where our other loot rooms are going to be, so we can add shelves into this whole thing. Stick a wall in here, and then we can add windows as well as the roof. And this means you can fit 6 boxes of storage in here, like so. And then 4 over in this one. And these can then be windowed off. And here you can put your workbenches, lockers, etc. For good measure, we're just going to add a garage door airlock here. Coming back down here, we will put door frame, garage door. This just adds a little extra security coming from the top and the sides, just into your front door here. We are then just going to wall in the whole base. We're going to leave this door, however. That will be the front door, which we can then airlock. Stick our doors in here. And stick your window as well. The roof on that. Then again, we're just going to wall in the whole shell of the base. Here we are. So now we've got the core and the shell around it constructed. What we're going to do is we're just going to add some extra security for the front door. And we can get started on the peaks that you'll be seeing just around the base. So up here, we're going to have half wall with a window on top, a half wall here just for now. Now here will be a unique one because this is where the jump ups are. So the half wall is actually going to go here instead. And then we can just put a full wall here for now. So we're going to have a jump up. Then on the outside here, we're going to have 2 half walls like that, 2 half walls like that with a window in the middle. And then delete the bottom half wall and place it with a low wall. And this is going to be your peaks. So if we come back to where this door is, we don't actually need any of this anymore, so we can just wall it off fully. This just gives you extra space underneath your base. And then just to make it look a little nicer, just add high quote to that one as well. Now in these peaks, we're going to add embrasures. They make it a little bit harder for people to shoot you from the outside. Fill all this in. Then we're going to do the half wall technique here. Window in the middle. Bottom one. Place with low walls. Just do the flooring. Now if you come underneath, this is already here, so you don't need to worry about building up too high. But if we just chuck that there, just like so, can then put our walls here, and then delete that floor, and now we have space for storage, as well as our shell peaks. Now to continue on, fill these in with walls and floors, and we can continue around to the other side where we do the same thing. And again, same on this side. Don't forget the embrasures. Okay, now that we have our shell peaks in each corner, we're going to wall in this middle area here. But what we're going to do is only put half walls in the corners with the floor on top, like so. And then we can fill the rest in with full walls, just like that. Now if you continue again with half walls just up here on top, then add the roof. And then whichever wall you like, doesn't really matter which one, you can just destroy it and replace the top half, not the bottom half, the top half with a door frame, and then just fill this in with a half wall. And now you have your entrance. This can be your bedroom at the bottom. So I like to put barrels in here. Again, you can put furnaces, whatever you like. Now for the video's sake, I'm going to do what I did in the tour and just have a bedroom. So what we're going to have here is a series of walls. I'm going to stick our locker down. And there we go. Stick a garage door down here. Okay, with our bedroom constructed and everything else done, we have this ring that wraps around everything. The next step is to wall off these peaks that we have. And so if we just put roofs on them here, we can then fit a wall here and a door frame. The same on every side. What we'll do is put windows each side. And up here we're going to have some door frames, like so. What we can do is put half walls on the outside and wall these up. Same for every side. Due to me being a dumb idiot head, I put these roofs on, forgetting that they're a later step and they will stop you being able to place a vital part of the build. So do not place these. You're gonna see it in the clip because I'm stupid, but you're gonna not place these, right? And then we can put triangle roofs on top, like so. They're all the wrong way, shit. Now, our next step is we put half walls all the way around here, then we fill it all in like so. What we're going to do is we're going to leave one here, which will be storage access, so when you're in the room above, you're going to have enough room for sorts of boxes. You can also access them from down here. I have windows here, here, here. Doesn't really matter exactly where you put them. I've put them where these doors are just because the doorways are there. You could have them here as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to bridge out like so. Now if we come outside the base, place these embrasures here, which leave you with really small peaks. just wall off this area like so. So if we now come underneath and place double door frames here on each side, what this allows us to do, what this now allows us to do is delete this middle floor here, replace it with a triangle frame. This is going to be our access to the floor that we're currently standing on. This allows garage doors to be placed underneath. Fill in the whole floor with them. And this allows you to, let's say you're closed in one area and there's raiders in there, for example, you can come up top, as long as you stay crouched. What we're going to do is put braziers here, here. Then going to place floors around the whole thing. So you've got a big ring that runs around. Now what we can do is place the triangle roofs. Here we are. And on this floor, we can place garage doors. Okay, so now that we have the roofs and everything on, we're going to seal up this ceiling here. So this will be completely shut, and the only way to access is to enter one of these doors. Now, these gaps here is going to be the wide gaps. So before we do that, what we're going to do is build the floors that go up here. Now, this part's important, that there needs to be enough stability up here. If there's not enough stability, you're going to need to go underneath and place like more door frames. I think I've included them all. I think I've got enough in here, but if not, we'll come back. So yeah. On top of here, it's just the floors, half walls, and then the windows on top, with roofs like so. Now, with these pods here, I guess, you can put a turret in the middle here that sticks out, but I'm not going to do that because I think I have a better placement for the turrets that I'm going to put in. Okay, so when you have each of these pods up on the sides, what we're going to do is fill this entire centre with frames. Now this will be garage doors, at least in my design, just the full thing. It doesn't have to be like that, I just think it works better for when you're you and all your teammates, for example, doing stuff on the roof. You have a wide open view of everything, and also the turrets that we're going to be placing in, they're also going to have access to kind of shoot anywhere on this entire shooting floor. Okay, so on top of this, we're going to put half walls, and then we're going to finally put all of the walls here. We're going to leave one frame and then make that a ladder hatch. This will be your official like roof. This is the center of the actual roof. And then from out here, we're going to expand it. Like so. So we still got a triangle at the end of the day. Now to fix the stability on these three corners, what we're going to do is place door frames. Like so. And this will be enough to hold up the roofs that we're going to put down. And here we go. We're just going to fill in each circle in each corner. And then boom, we've got the actual roof shape. I think we should just finish the roof for now before we build the wide gaps. So what I'm going to do is just place the embrasures where they belong. And then what we're going to do is build the bedrooms, which go a little bit like this. Got that there. You can either put a window or just a wall if you like. Double door frame, ceiling, and then inside these you can put a bed and a locker as usual. Garage door, take that around, and then an embrasure. So if we just copy this to all three corners, there we go. Now on top of these, I choose the left side, you could do the right side as well. We place double door frames in a diamond shape like this, and we'll put them up by 3. So here we go. There's 3 up. Now 4's at the top, and up here is where you're going to put your windmill. Grab one. Go. There's that. And there we are. Now for convenience, you can put netting inside these right here. Just means you're able to climb up them and access your wind turbine if you need to do wiring. So now we've got the main body of the roof complete. What we're going to do now is the wide gaps, which are what some people find pretty difficult, but once you know what you're doing, it gets easier. These are probably the simplest ones you're going to ever learn anyway. So basically the tactic is go 1, 2, 3 squares out, triangle, get rid of these 3, then you just build back with triangles like so. And that's literally all you're going to need to do. And so from this, you can build as close as you like, but you build these 2 here, and you follow these up by 5. Sorry, 4. Place half walls. We have floors here, and then we place our windows all the way around. Now we place ramps. Make sure these aren't on the floor and they're actually up one more. That way, when you're up here, you can crouch and you can see kind of better instead of having to look through the window. Then what we're going to do is place half walls, and then there's going to be walls on either side. Then on top we're going to have roofs. So this is what we're left with. And then on the main body of the base, what we're going to do is door frames like so, and we're going to have, we finish off by putting 2 floors there. So now we have an area where you can place, let's say, a box, and then you can also fit other items such as planters on top of here. And now this is quite important, turret placement. Got to put them in here. That way they have access to both the bottom and the top. So if someone lands on your roof, they can shoot them, and if someone's down here, they can also reach them. And now we just repeat this for the other 2 sides. Okay, so now we have that duplicated on all sides. We are almost finished. Now what we got to do is, for these peaks down here, you got to go underneath, place in some doors. Now you want to make sure these open in the way, that way your view isn't restricted when you're aiming out. So we just complete this on all sides. Slap the embrasures in. Now we're onto the compound. So now on each of these wide gaps you've built, you're going to extend these like so. These, and then build 1, 2, 3. On the third one, as again, these are just simple designs. Put like this. With triangles in each. Door from here and here. And a ceiling. Stick our doors in. That's how it's got basic kind of gatehouses. And we're going to repeat this on all sides. Also, quick note, you don't have to have 2 garage doors here. One of these can also be just a wall, which also works. So yeah. Now for the turret pods, we're going to do like so. just a circle of these, half walls on the outside, windows on top. Now before we place the roofs, we're going to place a triangle here, and then triangle roofs side by side. And now in this space we have, place a turret, and that'll cover our compound inside. We can then place these, place a roof like this, and then in these gaps on either side, what we're going to do is we're going to get large furnaces, and now you need to be very careful the way you place them, because you can't destroy them afterwards. So make sure they're at the maximum height you can place them, so no one can jump over. So as you can see, these are like pretty close to the ground, but the more you lift it, it eventually gets to a maximum point. So you're going to want that point to line up with this gap we have. So where I've got it right now, as you can see on the right hand side, there's a gap that you can clearly see no one's going to be able to like squeeze through. So if we place it here, check the other side, we can see that it's also the same. So the gap's pretty much perfect, because you can still shoot out of them, but you can't jump through. And again, we're just going to do that on every other side. Okay, now we're on the last one. You want to be very careful, because this one is the one right next to this door airlock, which sticks out a little bit. So you want to make sure that when you're placing it, you want to be a tiny bit further away than you usually would be. So as long as you leave the gap still not large enough for people to squeeze through. Now as you can see, you can fit through, but can't get out. Doing this from a higher angle also helps. Now all we need is the metal barricades up here. And once again, just do this on every side, including on top of these. Okay, now last but not least, the compound walls. You don't have to be too accurate with these, as long as you get them kind of generally on target. So we just line these up, these guys, and I recommend going from side to side just so you can kind of gauge how you're lining them up first, instead of just doing them all from one side. I reckon I can fit 2. And here we are, the finished product. Now if we just build off here by 4, 2 half walls, triangle, TC in here, window frame, another wall, and then box it off. Do this, and now if we put frames here, we now have a detachable external. There we can see it. Just this on every side as well. Here we have the prism finally completed. Now, if you have any suggestions for the build or any future builds, just leave a comment and subscribe to my channel, because I think maybe like fucking 1% of people are subscribed or some shit, so I can get it done and I won't kill myself. And like the video, because I'll fucking touch you if you don't. Alright, bye.